guys! This week I challenge you to build a foil sculpture. Building with foil is great because it's strong and sturdy, but also movable. To build your sculpture, ask your grown-ups permission to borrow some foil. To get a piece of foil out of the box, just gently rip the foil along the serrated edge on the box. Start with a small or medium-sized piece of foil. What do you notice about the foil? See how it's flat and two-dimensional? We want to crumple it up to make it three-dimensional and give it form. Start in one corner and gently crumple up by pressing and rolling the foil into a ball shape or an egg shape. By squeezing the foil, you are compressing the material to stick together. Now we want to attach some other pieces to our sculpture. Maybe we'll use that piece for a head. If you pull out too big of a piece of foil, you can always just gently rip it into smaller pieces and save the other piece for later in your sculpture. I'm going to add on to that first piece I made by wrapping it in foil first and then building off from there. So now I have this head and this really long skinny neck. I want to make that neck a little bit thicker and more supportive for that head. I'm just going to wrap more tin foil around there to thicken that neck and to make it much more stronger and sturdier. And as I crumple the tin foil, it just sticks together and morphs to whatever shape I make it. I think I'm going to build an ostrich. Do you know what an ostrich looks like? An ostrich is a really big bird with a long neck and skinny long legs. I'm going to continue adding layers of foil onto this piece to create a bigger body. I changed the size and shape of the body by adding layers of tinfoil. Now I'll show you how to attach things like legs. Things like legs and arms stick out away from the body, but we also want it to stay attached. So by crumpling up a layer of the tinfoil onto the body first and then gently twisting and pinching out a piece, you will form an appendage like a leg or an arm. Depending on how thick or thin you want your leg to be, you might need to go back and add more tinfoil around that leg. I'm going to add the second leg now. If you see parts that aren't super secure, just go back in and wrap more tinfoil around your project to hold it all together. And my ostrich is complete. Now let's build a person using the same building techniques. Start by crumpling up a ball to form a head shape. Next, take another piece of foil and place your first piece inside the corner of your second piece of foil. Gently wrap that first piece inside to form a neck and some shoulders. You can twist and pinch the rest of the piece to form some arms. This side was too short, so I'm going to go back in and add some more foil to make the arm longer. Just wrap some more foil around the arm and then pinch and twist and compress it to the shape you want. Next, take another piece of foil and we will use this to form the torso. Wrap the new piece of foil over the shoulders or around that small part of the arm and then crumple the foil together to start forming the shape of a torso. Now I have this extra piece down here that I can either transform into the rest of the body, or I'm going to crumple it up and make a pair of legs. You could go back in and make your body thicker and change the size by just adding on layers of tinfoil. The great thing about sculpting with foil is now you can move your figure into any pose you want. Maybe your person is a ballerina dancer? Or maybe your person is a rock climber? Or maybe your person likes to play basketball. If you don't have any foil at your house or you aren't allowed to use any, you can also use paper as a different material to build with. Paper is a flat 2D material that we can change with our hands by crumpling to make it a 3D form. Use tape to hold your material in place. Any kind of paper and any kind of tape will work, preferably masking tape since it's a stronger tape, but I only had Scotch tape at my house. To create arms for my person, I'm going to roll my paper first instead of just crumpling it like I would with tinfoil. If your arms are too long, just tear off the edges until you have the right size you want. And then make sure to twist, tape together first, and then attach to the neck and head. To attach securely, you want to tape in an X fashion. So crisscross along one side and then crisscross on the other side. Kind of like a seat belt. You can also tape down any edges that you would like. You can give your arms a little bend to show where the elbow is in your arm, and also position them how you would like. I'm going to continue building the body and legs for my person using the same technique that I did to create the arms. Be sure to overlap pieces that you are attaching together before you add tape to secure them. You can experiment using these building techniques to create any form you like. It doesn't have to be a person. I hope you enjoyed this video and have fun building sculptures at home.